Hello, everyone. My name is Wendy Castellino, and I'm a psychotherapist. And I'm here to talk to you a little bit more about ACT, acceptance and commitment therapy. And this is a very fairly new therapy, but it's actually proving extremely popular. And there's some lots of tips that I want to give you to help you understand what it is and how to help you. And what I want to talk to you today is about an ACT thought record. So, in cognitive behavioral therapy, a thought record is where you write down your thoughts and your feelings, and then you try to challenge the thoughts and find alternative thoughts. An ACT thought record is quite different. And the one I'm going to take you through is one I've devised from other sources. But the first question you want to ask yourself is, what is the plan? So a plan, for example, would be that maybe you want to meet someone that you haven't met in a long time, and you're a little bit worried and a little bit anxious about it. So the next question would be, okay, so from 0 to 10, how anxious do you feel? So you sort of think about this and think, yeah, okay, pretty anxious. I'm about an 8 out of 10. And then the next question to ask yourself is, what is my valued direction? Now, what this means is, what is important to you? What is the meaning behind the action? And so an example might be, what I really want to do with my life is develop more meaningful and positive relationships. So this is why I want to meet this person, and that's what you write down. My value is I want to develop better and more meaningful relationships. I hope that makes sense. And then the next one to answer is, how do I want to act on this step? So then write down, well, what can I do? Okay, let me think of the steps I need to do. So I need to maybe find this person's number. And then what am I going to do? Am I going to text her, WhatsApp her, write a little note or phone her? And what can I say to her? What can I say to her that I feel comfortable saying? And then the next step I'm going to take is I'm going to call her and just say hi and revisit that relationship and maybe suggest meeting up for a coffee. They're my steps. And then the next question to ask yourself is, experiences to struggle with. What would you struggle with? What feelings would you struggle with? What thoughts would you struggle with? Any physical sensations or any behavior? So you'd write down, okay, what am I struggling with? I'm very anxious about the fear of being rejected. I've got beliefs that I'm not good enough. People won't like me. I fear I might make a fool of myself. I might have a panic attack or be embarrassed when I meet them, or maybe they'll reject me and they don't want to meet me. So you write down all those things that worry you. And then the next step is to write down the mind tricks or the stories that you're telling yourself about this encounter. So these are a different way of seeing your thoughts. See your thoughts as stories. So I've got a story that people don't like me. I have a belief that I'm going to muck it all up and get rejected. And this is just things that are going on in my head. And then the next step is, how willing am I to take this step? And then again, you can rate it out of 10 and think, yes, I'm really willing to take this step. This is really important to me. And I'm willing to undergo all the kind of anxiety that I might feel, but this is a really important step for me, and I am very willing to give it a go. And then you do the experience, you actually go and make the call, and ideally you meet the person. And the last step is what I noticed and what I learned from this experience. And then you write what happened. So it could be that this person didn't meet up with me, and that's fine, and maybe I can learn from this. At least I tried, and maybe I can try another person, or maybe all just went completely fine. You met with that person, they had a really lovely evening, and I learned that my stories are just stories and they're nothing to do with the truth. Okay, so if you want any more information about that, and if you find that helpful, and then you can download it from my website, Wendyc.team. I've got a free membership scheme there at the moment. If you want to find out any more details, just go to Wendyc.team and you'll find out more. I hope you find that useful. Thank you. Goodbye.